Oh, I'm live. Hello. And we're planting the seeds for new beginnings. So I have 44 of my patrons joining me today. So thank you and welcome to all of my patrons. If you're not one of my patrons who are participating in this healing event, you can certainly still enjoy and connect in your own way. So you may like to imagine that one of these seeds is you. And even if your name is here, you may like to imagine that every person that I'm connecting with is you or a part of you. So I've got my gumboots on. Welcome to my garden. Let's just make sure that everything's in shot. Now, as you can see, I'm not a big weed fanatic. So if you are, you'll have to excuse me. I like to just work with the weeds instead of getting stressed out about them. So there'll be things in here and you'll find pottery pieces, old bits of food scraps. In the garden up here, back this way, that's the garden bed we used last year. I've already got potatoes coming up over there. So first of all, I want to make sure we're all in the shot. So excuse me while I walk past. The cat's in to participate. I want you to just see how far here we go. Can we see this? And this, and this. I think we actually got pretty much everyone in shot. So I'm just going to turn you just a fraction that way. And we're in shot. So, welcome. So my name is Leanne Peters, and this is our annual healing event, planting the seeds for new beginnings. I have 4 incense here, if you can see them. They're burning now. So the intention with these is to, really cleanse. We've got to cleanse first. We've got to get the stuff out of the way and to prepare for new beginnings. So I feel we're going to start with that. Hi everybody. Let's start with doing some clearing. So the incense is here washing over. You can imagine everyone that's on this healing list, you have your name on one of these scallop shells. So I collected, there were so many scallop shells at the beach when I went to collect rocks that I could not pass these up. So I've written everyone who's participating, your names are on the back of these scallop shells, and I'm going to turn you over one at a time and plant you into the ground. I've also got, as you might see here, some potatoes, some seed potatoes scattered around. I'm also going to plant those. Now I'm quite allergic to raw potatoes and touching them with my fingers, so I will be wearing gloves for that part. So that's kind of the setup. So let's now imagine that you're here. This is a part of you that wants to start something new, that wants to turn over a new leaf in your life, that wants to step through a new doorway, step out into the world, out of hiding perhaps, and into whatever the new beginnings represent for you. This is you, laying here on fertile soil, ready. So take some nice big breaths and imagine this sacred smoke washing over your body and carrying away with it all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks, attacks and attachments, and give yourself permission to let these go. So this is your moment now to surrender your hold, surrender your fear, to let go of what's holding you back. So take 3 nice big cleansing breaths. I trust I'm coming through loud and clear. And my focus is on you here, laying here in front of me. So I'm going to go over now over you all with the rattle, and I'm going to picture the rattle really shaking up any coating that you have, any protection that you've put around yourself that's actually holding you back now. Protection works well when it's used to protect, but we do reach a point where that protection can turn into a barrier. So if you're safe now, you don't need that protection, you're probably hiding behind it. So I'm thinking of using the rattle to shake things up, to release the barriers that we've put around ourselves, to help start stripping that old skin back, because we have to let the old go so that we can step into the new. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to pull a healing energy card. I'm just going to pull a healing energy card. Hello, everybody, if you just joined in. So I'm going to pull one of these for we're preparing now to plant the seeds for the new beginnings in our life. So we're now at the point of releasing the old, just getting ready to strip the old back. So what do we need to know as we step into this part? We've got self-confrontation. It says, have courage to look in the mirror. Come out of hiding. Love yourself. Self-reflect. Be proud of who you are. Be real about how you feel and what you see so you can fully heal. So this is opportunity now while I play the rattle for you to really shake things up, to really let yourself come out of hiding, find courage to break down the old so you've got room for the new. If you're all crammed up and full of boxes and old rubbish and old stuff inside you, you're not going to have room for anything new to come into that wardrobe that you are. So let's clear out the boxes, let's clear out the cobwebs, let's shake things up so we can step into something new. So I'm going to most likely walk around the back here and rattle for you. My microphone's coming with me, so take some nice big breaths. Okay, so the time has come. We're going to just pick another card as we prepare to plant the new. So what do we need to know now about stepping into the new for ourselves, welcoming new beginnings? What do we need to think about or know as we prepare to do this? We have freedom. And I feel that's probably simply what we need to know, is that we're stepping into our freedom. Hi Natalie, hi Allison, hi everybody. Stepping into our freedom. So what is it about new beginnings that can potentially free you and help you restore your personal power back into your body, back into what is important? This is especially important if you've become a bit distracted by problems or distracted by things in your life and you've lost focus of your freedom and your new beginnings that are potentially there for you. Okay, freedom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just I don't know where I'm going to start yet, but I'm going to be away from the camera and I'm going to turn each shell over and say your name. And I've got a little word, a special word that I was inspired to write on each shell. And I'm going to tell you that word, then I'm going to plant you down into the ground. So I'm feeling I want to start here in the middle and we'll probably just work our way around. So just need to be patient. We've got 44 people here. And like I said at the beginning, you may like to use this as an opportunity to imagine yourself. Oh, my head's chopped off. Imagine yourself as these seeds, planting the new and the true for you, so you can step into your freedom. Okay, first person, this is the one I was clearly drawn to first, and it's Kimberly Revel. Kimberly, nice big breath, and your word is calm. So we plant you. Let's see if this will work. I had a great idea of just sort of wedging you down into the ground. There we go, planting the seed of new beginning for you, Kimberly. We've got Jane Larson, and your word is moon. Now with your words, you can take them quite literally. You can look further into them if you want to, but these are the words I was inspired to write on your shell. So Jane Larson, planting you. We have Leslie Laagel. Your word is grow. Into the ground you grow. We have Anne-Marie Douglas. Anne-Marie, your word is balance. Into the ground you go. I'll probably have to get on my knees. I can't really crouch for too long. Hello. Still my head's chopped off. Okay, Jodie Kerry, your word is trust. Into the ground you go. Ready for growing. KantiDevi Wedad, your word is care. Care. Down you go into the earth. Elaine Fellon, your word is love. Love, embody love. Down into the earth you go. You look good in here. You're going to go well with my potatoes. Rebecca Ross, your word, you've got two words, is dream big. Dream big, Rebecca. Into the ground, into the fertile soil you go. We have Bronwyn Usher. Your word is life. Life, Bronwyn. In you go. Ready to birth new things in your life. Courtney Smith. Your word is union. Union. In you go. Ready to birth union, or more of a feeling of union. Valentina Jardim, your word is joy. In you go, right here in the corner of my garden. We'll go here while I'm here. Matthew Keith, your word is rejoice. Rejoice, Matt. In you go into the earth. New beginnings. Next is Sylvia Barley. Sylvia, your word is adjust. In you go. You're going very easily and deep. You're ready for new things. Charley Ross, your word is heal. Heal. Down into the earth you go. Let's go right up here to the front. We have over here Martha Samuels. Martha, your word is joy. Into the earth you go, Martha. Next is Nicole Wiggins. Nicole, your word is rainbow. Rainbow. Down into the earth you go. Don't be resistant now. Next is Marianne Osius. Marianne, your word is rise. In you go. Next is Tammy Dunn. Your word is ground. Into the ground you go. Grinding up. Oh, you just split in half. How interesting, Tammy. There's two of you going in, two parts, making up a whole. Next is Carol White. Your word is also love. So down into the earth you go. Be resistant now. Let's get in there. Down. Next is Susan Macmillan. Susan, your word is sacred. Sacred. I see you're here with some of my pottery pieces. My broken up bits of failed pottery get broken up into the garden. So Susan, you're in with my pottery. Next is Angie Griswold, and your word, Angie, is open. Nice and open. You're going in nice and easy. Okay. Next is here. It's Amanda Sanders. Amanda, your word is rise. So it almost feels like as you go deep, you automatically rise. So let yourself rise up. Fiona Coughlin, your word is freedom. So in you go. That's interesting being our card too. Freedom for you. New beginnings brings freedom. Next is nobody. This was one of my blank shells I added accidentally. So we could just put on here everybody who's connecting and wants to be a part of this shell. Our word for this shell is light. Light. So everyone that's open to it, imagine yourself being planted into the earth. Planting into new beginnings for your life. Next is Janice Chalmers. Your word is open. So in you go, nice and open. Over here we have Isabelita Rivera. Your word, Isabelita, is you. You. New beginnings for you. Or whatever you means for you. Let's crawl along in the garden. Next is David Magness. David, your word is peace. Peace. Down you go for peace. Here we have Adriana Kaliskova. I trust I pronounced your surname correctly, Adriana. Your shell is really hot. It's so hot. And your word, breath. Breath. In you go. Planting new beginnings in your life and for you. Here we have Sarah Jones. Sarah, your word is perspective. Different angles, different perspective as you're planted into the ground to bring the new into your life. Next is Loretta Martin. Loretta, your word is trust. Trust in these new beginnings. Or you go down nice and easily. So when you trust, it all flows. Next is Gayle McCoy. And Gayle, talking of flow, your word is flow. So trusting in that flow, and you easily move into the ground too. There you go, Gayle. Next, over here is Avril Daly. And Avril, your word is warmth. Warmth. And down into the ground you go. Ready for germinating your new ideas and what you want to create in your life. Okay, let's continue. We'll focus here. This is Marguerite Pepper Brady. Marguerite, your word is joy. Joy. Find joy in new beginnings, and your seed goes nice and easily into the ground. Sandy Greenham, your word is bright. Bright new beginnings. And you go easily in too. Next is Zeina Baksmaty, and your word is balance. Balance as you move forward, as you grow, planting the seeds to grow. Next is Angela James, Angela, your word is a journey. Journey. Down into the earth you go. Ready to embark on your new journey. Next is Kimberly Veness. Kimberly, your word is light. Light, weightless, or light, bright. You got a bit of an obstacle there, so down you go. Next is Pamela Floria, and your word, Pamela, is truth. Truth as you move into new beginnings easily. Down you go. Next is Chelsea Keith. Chelsea, your word is new. New beginnings, the newest of new beginnings. Next is Christopher Regan, and Christopher, your word is allow. Allow. Wow, you go in really easily. Allowing. Next is Allison, and Allison, your word is peace. Peace. In you go easily for peaceful new beginnings. That's interesting. I think I saw you write something about peace today, didn't I? And I commented on it. I wrote that shell down 3 or 4 days ago. So that's really interesting to me. Peace for you, Alison. Next is Ellen Stensley. And Ellen, your word is gentle. Gentle new beginnings. Next is Andrea Stuart. Andrea, your word is heal. Heal, Andrea. Let the new beginnings heal you. Next is Natalie Papp. Hi, Nat. I saw you there before. And Nat, your word is flow. Flow with those new beginnings. Don't be afraid. And lucky last down here is Elle Dubois. And your word, which is perfect to be finishing with, is stars. Stars. L, down into the earth you go. Beautiful. Okay, there you are, all down in the earth. Now I'm going to plant the potatoes around you. So take some deep breaths. I'm probably not really going to talk. Just going to hold this space as I plant my seed potatoes, ready to grow with you as you grow into the new parts of your life and the new parts of yourself. So as I dig up my potatoes in a few months, you'll be dug up too, some of you. And so I'll be sharing as I dig potatoes and whose seeds I'm finding. I'll share with you those on my Temple of Balance Facebook group. next step is to put these out. Actually, I'll put them over here. Don't really want any straw fires. That one's out, nearly. This is incense, by the way. Oh, got a bit of my mandarin on my boot. I'm the biggest jag ever. Wearing gum boots in suburbia. This is my little country garden. Okay, so next step is I'm going to put some straw over you and then water you. So just take some nice big breaths. This is fertilising now. We're fertilising, or nurturing, I should say, that's a better word. Nurturing the garden. Nurturing the new beginnings that we want to grow in our life. Because just because we've planted these seeds doesn't mean they're going to automatically happen. We need to put the time and the effort, the care and attention that's required to let these seeds grow and blossom in our life. Okay, so now I've got some nice fertiliser to water you with. This is what we call in Australia sea salt, which is a it's made of sea stuff. I don't know, I'd have to read the label to explain it specifically. But the plants love it. So nice soaking as we prepare now. Everything's set. We're ready to bring the new and the true into our life. And those potatoes will push through that straw and we will eat them in summer. And the last touches are to move my hair and my bunny sculptures to steer and guard over, keep the ground nice and fertile, and guard over the new beginnings that we are now ready to sprout in our life, for them to grow just like a seed growing within us and in our life. So here we are, all laid out, and usually it's probably around Christmas time before, or it might be a little bit earlier. No, it might not be. Around Christmas time when I'll be harvesting these. So keep an eye out for their growth. I'll share some photos when the potatoes first start appearing through the straw, and we can celebrate the growth that we have undertaken. So since this day, let this day be the beginning of new things, new choices, a new attitude, new direction, new beginnings for you. So, before I go, hello, let's, should I? Oh, I can just, oh no, I'll put this up just a wee bit so that I can just hear. Hi everybody, sorry I haven't been able to see your comments while I've been planting you. Thank you. Okay, what I'm looking for now is a healing energy card to represent our forward movement from here. So we've planted ourselves here, there's new beginnings in this fertile soil, we've nurtured it, and we understand that the new things that we want to bring into our life now, how are we going to do that? What effort do we need to make? What attention is required? What nourishment do we need to do? So now, what do we need to know about these next steps of growth? That's what I'm looking for in a healing energy card. I can't crouch down for too long. Hold on. I've got a board here. I'll get on my knees. So, the best healing energy card in moving forward from here, in the growth that we're moving into, is illusion. So this is about making our truth a priority, affirming that we're protected and safe, but not using it to hide behind. And I almost feel these as roots, our roots that are embedding now into the ground. So we're not only planting new potentials, we're actually letting them take hold to root themselves, if you like, or ground themselves into the earth, so that we can grow. So this is about creating strong foundations and letting those foundations support us, if this was us as a pyramid growing. So this card itself is very much about aligning with the truth of who we are. And really I feel moving forward that this could very well represent moving forward into the new and the true, which I've mentioned a few times. So if it's not aligned with our truth, it may not manifest. And we can trust that whatever we need, whatever aligns with our truth, is what will come forth into our life. So this is about clearing the illusion, aligning with the truth, letting our roots really embed into the earth, which also means embedding into this moment. There is great potential here. So thank you so much. I trust you've enjoyed our healing event today, and I trust you enjoy this part of you that's now in the ground growing. You're growing. The second that we put you in here, you've been growing. You've started to change and move and embed your roots down into the earth and grow. I love that word right now, grow. So where can you grow? What areas within yourself and in your life need to grow and stretch and perhaps become more? So thank you so much for connecting today. Thank you for being a part of my Patron and supporting the work that I do at Temple of Balance. If you're inspired to continue, I look forward to connecting with you again next month for our healing event. We're just about, oh my knees, let me get up. We're just about ready. Let me angle you back a bit further. It's just about time really for us to do a fire release. So I'm not sure if that's going to be this month. I will feel on it and let you know when I'm booking that in, which will be early in October. I'll be booking it in for the end of October. So if you are around, look forward to connecting with you then. And if not, just thank you so much for your support. If you want to be a part of it next time, please have a look on my Patreon page. The link should be in the video here somewhere. Oh, my knees. So thanks for joining me. Sending you lots of love. from my heart to yours. Have a great rest of your day, and happy new beginnings to you, to me, to us all. Thank you. Namaste. Bye for now.